Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our Immunity Recharge, September 8th, 2022. So let's just start real quick with some housekeeping. Make sure that your mic is muted, first of all. Second, feel free to type questions in the chat section. If you have not registered for the PD system, Debbie already posted in the chat, but just make sure that you go for session 248339 so you can get credit. And remember to do the check-in code, which is PSJA Tech on the PD system. Start us off with will be Mr. Rolando Garcia, teacher CIT at Cantu Elementary. Take it away, Rolando.
Hello, everybody. My camera on. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to set up here. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. Okay, guys, today I'm going to talk about Jamboard. And if you don't know Jamboard, it's one of Google's newest products. It is a software that is available for us through the G Suites. And I've been using it in my classroom with my students and they love it.
Hey, Rolando, you might
Yes.
not be sharing the right screen. Right now we are looking at a file viewer.
Okay, so let me make sure. Okay. How about now?
Yeah, now we see a Google screen.
Okay, so it's in the G Suites. It's available in G Suite. So if we go to the waffle in the Google Apps, you scroll down, look for Jamboard, and you click on Jamboard. You can also go to jamboard.google.com. You can type it in, jamboard.google.com, and it'll bring you to your Jamboard. So to start a new jam, you click on the plus sign at the bottom right-hand corner. And that'll begin a new jam to start with your class. Sorry. This camera's in the way. Okay. All right. So how do I use my Jamboard in class? I like to use my Jamboard as, for example, when I'm doing a Frayer model in class, we usually work on it on paper. But what I started doing is using Jamboard as a digital way of sharing a Frayer model. So what I do is each page, each document here is a section for each of my Frayer models. So if you've never seen a Frayer model, let me see. I have one here. I'm gonna browse desktop. Add that to my. So here's a Frayer model. So the students would look for a image of the Frayer model and add it to their document. So what I like to do is I tell them that each section, they're going to tab it with a number. So they're going to add a text, and this will be section 1. Or you could say page 1. And then again, you could put page 2, page 3, page 4, and so on. So this is going to be kind of like their directory for each of the pages on the Jamboard. So this is what they're going to see. So I could title section 1 as well as being, for example, they're going to be talking about vocabulary. Maybe character analysis. And whatever it is that we're covering in class, each section is going to have a title. So then We go to the next page. The first page is going to be under vocabulary. So this is going to be my next frame. So I would title this section as vocabulary. The first page kind of just gives you a directory of what each page is going to be. And of course, you can increase the size by clicking and dragging corners, make it as big as you want. You can change the font color. It's real simple. Now, my kids enjoy using Jamboard because they're able to go and look for example, some pictures that they want to add. So and it's very important for imagery so that they can make a connection with the word that they're looking for in their dictionary. They look for a picture that matches their vocabulary. So they would go in there and let's say that their picture was of a car. I'm just using it as an example. So they're going to look for a car because maybe their definition was car. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to insert it. Put a picture in there. And then they add a text. And they type in car. And then they would put their definition there. So they're able to do that. And usually I tell them that at least 3 words that they have to look up that from the story that we're reading, they're going to look up 3 new words from the story and they use their dictionary to find the definition. They add their images. Then they go to the next page and well, the first page tells you what you're going to do next. So the next page would be character analysis. So they would go in there and type in character analysis. So that would be their title for the next page, for the next frame. And then they would add anything that they want to add there. Now they also have the options of using a pen. It makes it a little difficult when you're using the mouse to kind of write. It's not that great, but the kids love using it on their Chromebooks. So you have the option to use the pen. It has a marker. It has a highlighter and it has a brush. And also you're able to change the color. So you can also change the color of whatever it is that you're going to write. Then you have an eraser. If you make a mistake and you want to erase, you can always erase. Then you have the option if you want to erase the entire frame and you want to start over, you click clear frame. And that starts you over on that. You also have sticky notes, which the kids love using. So you can add sticky notes. So for example, for my vocabulary page, they can also add a sticky note and they can save it. And it saves their sticky note on their frame. And they can, again, they can duplicate it if they want. They can make another one. Or they can delete. You want to edit. You can change the color, save it, so forth. You can also add squares, triangles, circles, in case you need to add some of those. You can add color to them, fill them in, color fill, and so forth. Now, I also like to use Jamboard by sharing it on Google Classroom. If I'm making groups, I make several jams. Let's say, for example, I have 5 groups. I'll make 5 jams. And in each group, I'll share each jam to each individual group. And then they open up their Google Chromebooks and they're all able to work at the same time and they see each other's work live. And the kids love that. They love seeing that they're working in partners on the computer and not on paper. They love working with the computer, so it's amazing how excited they get and they do all their work. Now you can also add their title by clicking on the top left-hand corner, just like every Google document or software from the Google Suites, you can change the title of that. So anything that you may be covering, like for example, if I'm covering in science about matter, then that Jamboard would be under Matter. So whatever your title, whatever you're working on, you can name it that, and then you share it to your Google Classroom. And it also has a laser pointer. If like, for example, if I'm displaying a Jamboard that I created, I can use my laser pointer to show on screen, and I'm showing them what I'm pointing at. And that's all I have to show for Google Jamboard. So if there's any questions.
Awesome. It is a great tool. And I did put in the chat a website that has 1,200 free Jamboards that are already created for you. So they're all different levels, but some might work for you all. And we will, I did include it in your slide as well, Rolando. I added it to your slide, the link for the resource, which we will share for you at the end.
Okay. Now, as you can see on my screen, all the different jams we've created throughout. So many of them. Some are for fun, some like all about me, and then some, of course, for some of the stories we've been doing in reading, language arts. So these are some of the ones that we've been creating throughout. When I first learned about Jamboard and started using it, the kids loved it. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.
Rolando, appreciate
Yes.
you presenting and showing us what you're using in the classroom. Next
Thank
up,
you.
we have Jeanette.
Hi, everyone. Okay, let me share my screen first. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to be talking about Canva. So Canva is a graphic design platform that we have available. We can log in utilizing our PSJA credentials, and then you can also apply for the Canva for Educators, and that just gives you many more templates from there. They have so many different templates available. You're able to do graphic organizers, presentations, newsletters, all that kind of stuff you're able to do on Canva. I'll show you a couple of things that I've done, and then I'll show you some things that or how to go about it on your own website. So like I said, you do have graphic organizers available. I know Valentin had made this Tech Integrator of the Month certificate. He's also created it using Canva. You're able to do your Google Classroom headers. You're able to do presentations. If you want to send notes to your parents, sometimes I know for instance, when I was in the classroom, I would go on Canva really quick, and if it was picture day or if you needed to make an announcement for something, you could just make like these really quick little like infographics, and you could send it over to them. You can make newsletters. I mean, you can make all kinds of stuff. And so I'll show you what that looks like once you log in. They'll give you all of the options that they have available, and they have tons. So we can get started and we can go through. Let's see. If you go here, as you can see, I'm scrolling through all of them, and you're able to pick from whatever it is that you want, and you're also able to search. So for example, let's say that you wanted to change your header. I know I would change my header every 6 weeks or depending on the season, and the kids loved it because they would see how it would change throughout, or there were like little sayings and stuff like that. You're able to pick from all of these headers. And then let me go back and I'll show you, they give you also like a page layout. So you, like I said, you can also type on there. So you can type like Google Classroom headers, and then it'll just give you like roster of all of the headers they have available. And so what's really neat is the moment that you like something, you're also able to edit. So let's just say you like this, but you say, okay, you know what, this is too many flowers. You could take them off. You could change it. You could change the color. You can change what it says. If you notice here, when I selected it, for example, let's say I love the layout. I'm just not a fan of green. You can go ahead and you can switch that. And you're able to do that for all of the templates they have, which is really, really neat. If you go back, I'll show you some more. Let's say you're wanting to look for graphic organizers. They have all kinds of graphic organizers. And like I said, if you see one that you like or that works best for what you're teaching, you're able to use it. And then you just edit whatever it is that you want to put inside. If you want to change maybe just the title, or if you don't want it to have any of the titles on there, you want your students to be able to write them down, you can take them off. And what's great about this is the fact that Rolando just talked about Jamboard. And so you can actually download these. So let's just pretend that we're going to use this. So you're able to download them, and then you're able to upload as a picture. So you can click on share, and it'll give you the ways in which you're able to share. So a JPEG, PNG, these are picture forms, and these are the ones that you're able to upload onto Jamboard. And then you have PDF, like if you have a presentation that you maybe created on Canva and you want to be able to hand it out, maybe you're going to use it in a meeting or something, you want your staff to take notes, you can print it out in a PDF file. You can also make movies or of slideshows, and it's neat because you really don't have to do much. You just kind of type on it, click on whatever it is, and if you notice when you're on the actual layout, there's like an animate section. And so if you click on it, you can see how it animates, and it either it fades in or it turns over, anything that makes it look really fun. Let me see what else you can show you. We talked about the letterheads. Like if you want certificates of anything, maybe every 6 weeks you want to focus on your students' AR points, you can look for a certificate, like for example. And you can see all kinds of certificate with all kinds of pictures. If you want something that looks fun, but you don't necessarily like what it says, you're more than welcome to change it. So they just have a lot of really neat things for y'all to be able to use. And it's neat because you don't really have to worry about making them. I know before I would take forever. I love to do it, but I would use PowerPoint and I would create everything. And that, I mean, that's time consuming. But here it's really neat because you just go ahead, you insert the information that you need, and it'll do it for you. It's really, really simple, like I said. Like, for example, this was a presentation that I used for our what was it? Our integrative virtual technology conference slideshow. And so you're able to change the things inside, what you want to put. You, like I said, you can select from all kinds of presentations. You can make, like I said, videos from there. These are just a couple of things I kind of click here and there. Like I said, graphic organizers here, they have the 5 senses. You can edit, you can take these out. Let's say you are teaching Spanish and you really like the poster, but obviously it's in English. You are more than welcome to go ahead and you can type inside. And so it's really, really neat. Like I said, it's really easy to use, and we have, I mean, you don't have to pay for anything, no upgrades or anything, because we do get the educator account as well. And so, yeah, if you, like I said, you can change those headers on your Google Classroom. You're able to make like, for example, last year, this is what I had given my students. I think there was one of them. And so you can like make Christmas cards out of them. You put the kids' pictures, you get a layout, and you're able to give it to them. And so, yeah, does anyone have any questions, or do you maybe you want me to go over something, or you want to see something in particular? I don't know. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for attending today. It was nice
We
to
love
see
Canva and we love you.
Yes.
So that was a perfect combination.
you.
I do want to let everybody know the Canva for Education is free. You get the full version. And we hopefully will see that in our apps soon. We're trying to push it out district-wide so that when you log in, you know, with your PSJA credentials to your app, My Applications, you'll see Canva there. So we're working on that. So you won't even have to create an account because.
Can they add EdSite?
Yeah. So hopefully that's coming soon. We'll let you all know when that does happen.
Well, we'll inquire about that, Mr. Rolando.
I was trying to clap for you, Jeanette, and I raised my hand instead. Sorry. I think I did that with Rolando too. I was clapping.
And
Thanks, guys.
next, our most amazing middle school specialist, Marco Torres.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks, Valentin. Thank you, Debbie. My name is Marco Torres. In case If we haven't met yet, I think we have, but I'm gonna be the new middle school instructional technologist, at least for this school year. And what I'm gonna do today is show you a little bit about Cami. We've been really trying to promote it recently. So what I'm gonna do is I won't break it down every single thing, but I'm gonna highlight a few of the things that you can do with Cami. So some of the things that we're gonna talk about today, we're gonna talk about how to we're going to talk about logging into Cami, creating a Google Classroom assignment, and some of the Cami tools. There's a lot of tools, but I'm just going to go over 4 of the most beneficial, at least the ones that we have access to right now. So the first thing that you'll want to do when you get to Cami, I haven't messed with the extension yet, but if you haven't logged in, what you're going to end up doing is going to camiapp.com, which I'll actually put in the chat. So I'll put that right here. So don't mind logging in right now, because if you haven't logged in, it's going to ask you a few questions. I think it asks what your position is. Are you a student? Are you a worker? What district do you work for? You can worry about that later. So just this is what it's going to look like after you already set up your account. So the first thing you want to do is go up top to sign in. And this is the landing page. So very quickly, you'll see right here that you can create Google assignments from Cami. And you'll notice that when you click that ribbon, if you look at the interface, it looks just like Google Classroom, right? It looks almost identical. So right here, what we're going to do is actually create a really quick assignment. So I'm going to call this one student loans. And complete the following. So just like Google Classroom, you get to choose which class you want to give the assignment to. So I'm going to give it to one of my test classes. Again, you do the when is the due date, and then you can do it under a topic, right? So it's the exact same thing as Google Classroom. So the thing that's different here is you got a few options. You can get it from, this is mostly a PDF reader. In case you guys aren't familiar, Cami is a really good PDF reader that has great annotation tools. So you can get the PDF from your computer, from your Google Drive, from a link, and then Cami library, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So for example, I'm just going to do something that I downloaded here in my computer. So I'm going to get this PDF. And it already has make a copy for each student, which is recommended, which if y'all have used Google Classroom, you know that that's the recommended option. So we're going to go ahead and click it and then go straight to the classroom. So when you assign it, it will take you straight to the Google Classroom that you assigned it to, and there's no confusion. So it'll ask, do you want to go to your Google assignment? You say go to Classroom. And the assignment's right here. So if I go back to my class and I go to classwork, it went right under the topic that I chose. And then here's the assignment, right? So that's how you make an assignment, right? And so now that we made an assignment, you guys saw how easy that was. What I want to show you is some of the tools. I'm not going to go over all of the tools because there's a lot of them, but I will show you some of the really good ones. And you'll notice now that when you send out an assignment through Cami, and the students click on it, now they get this annotate with Cami option. So that's what we're going to go ahead and click on. So now we have the assignment in Cami, and then on the left-hand side, you see all of the tools. So you guys can see that this is a PDF, right? And it has a lot of questions, a lot of text. And so some of the tools that I think can really help the students is, first and foremost, they have a dictionary tool on the left-hand side where you can click one word. You can click the dictionary tool, click one of the words like college, and then it has the definition for college, right? I think that's a really good tool for English learners. And also there's another really good tool for English learners, which is the read aloud. So if you click the read aloud tool and you highlight text, you won't hear it because we're on a Teams meeting, but look at the text right now. You can tell that it's being read to from the students aloud. Another really good tool for EL students and students who take the DELP bus. So I think the dictionary and the read aloud tools are really good. Next, a really good tool for anybody, whether it's students and teachers, is the highlighting tools. So of course, that's going to be the markup. there's a few different ones where you can just highlight. And so you can pick different colors. Right here I have yellow. They also have freehand, so you can do it. Maybe if you have an iPad and you have the crayon for it, and then they also have a block highlighter. So if you want to highlight a whole paragraph, you can do something like this. And so, yeah, those are some really good tools. The other tool that I was going to go ahead and show you was text box. So if you go down to one of these questions that says, fill in the blank, you can add a text box right here. And then the students, this is my answer for the question. So again, those are some really good tools. And I think those are the ones that are at least the most useful for right now. Some of the ones that will go away if hypothetically the district doesn't purchase the app would be the dictionary and the read aloud. Those are some of the tools that help the ELs, but we're hoping with increased usage that we can go ahead and keep the app. Right now, I think we are at over 1,100 active users, and the number keeps going up. And so we've been really promoting this application so that once they've run the final report at the end of October, maybe this is something that campuses or the district would strongly recommend on buying. So that is it as far as tools that I want to show you. There's a lot more things that you can do, like add all kinds of media. There's equations for math, science, and music, but you can go look at those on your own time. One of the other things that you can do is click on a word, and you can do an online search. So see, I just looked on the word thousands. It has a definition. You can look at images. You can look at videos. So that's a pretty cool tool there as well. The last thing that I want to show you all is an option where you can split and merge. You can split and merge large files. So as you can see, the assignment that I just gave was really long. It's actually about 17 pages. So what you want to do, like say you go on Teachers Pay Teachers and there's like this awesome unit and it's like 20 pages long, right? So it's like a whole unit on like one branch of government. And if it comes in a whole bunch of pages, you're like, no, man, I can't give all of those pages, those assignments to my students at once. You can do what's called a split merge option. So I'm going to upload the same file. You can actually upload more than one file too. I'm going to upload a second assignment here. So let me go to, oh no, well, for the sake of time, you can do multiple files, but let's just do one. This one is really long. So you can see right here that this file that I just uploaded is about 18 pages long. But if you want to segment assignments like 3 pages at a time, then you can highlight, you can select the pages you want to highlight, and then you can bring it down, and that's going to be one assignment right there. You can do another one, another 3 pages. That's another assignment right there. Another 3, and then so on and so forth. So when you're done, like if you know that this is going to be the assignment for day number 1, you just go ahead and hit export, and there's different ways you can do it. We can export it on Cami, and then voila, it's going to show up as a 3-page assignment that you can send to Google Classroom on Cami. So if you do have teachers that have that download those huge units, but they only want to chunk it, there is a way to do it on Cami, and it's through the split merge option. Just like the tools that Rolando and Jeanette showed, there's like so much more that you can do on these apps. Like there's so much you can do on Canva. There's so much that you can do on Cami. But just these are some of the things you can do. I highly recommend that you just kind of go at your own pace and check out some of the tools. There's a lot of really cool commenting options. So if you want to give feedback with like just audio, you can do that too. Like I can leave a comment right here just saying, read this part carefully. And then you can also do audio comments, share screen comments and things like that. But that's Cami in a nutshell. And if you all have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Valentin, reach out to Debbie. It is a lot more extensive than this, but this is a really good overview. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions regarding Cami?
Quick question. If I scan some documents and I create it into a PDF, I can upload that to Cami and then split it up into different assignments?
Yeah,
It'll split up a PDF for me?
that is
Up into the
absolutely
pages?
correct. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. So you're gonna scan your documents and you upload them any way that you want, whether it's through your OneDrive, your Google Drive, or through your computer, through the computer's internal memory, and then you're gonna upload those on Cami, and it'll if you upload all 20 pages or 15 pages, you can still use the split merge tool on there.
Great,
So,
thanks.
yeah. Any other questions, guys? I know I didn't go over everything, but I can probably still answer a good amount. Alrighty, guys. I think that's going to be it for our presentations, but stick around because we have some prizes that we're going to go ahead and give to you all. So let me see if Valentine or Debbie is ready. So anybody who came in and remember to check in, remember to check into the PD system so that you're eligible to get one of the prizes that we have going out today. So Valentine, whenever you are ready, you can take it away.
I am gonna go right now. Hold on.
Awesome job, Marco.
Now I want it, Marco.
Thanks, guys. Ooh, good question. If Cami is going to be merged into Nearpod, I do not know that.
What do you mean? Somebody has it?
Yeah, teachers are asking if Cami will be merged with Nearpod.
I know that'd be cool, but I haven't heard anything like that.
I guess I didn't understand. Hold on, let me go here. So we have 8 participants. And I'm going to start sharing my screen. There we go. So here we go. We're going to have 2 drawings for a special surprise pack. Here we go for the first one. Number 7, and that is Miss Sara Serrano. Congratulations, Sarah. We'll be sending you a prize pack to you. And next.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah.
Woohoo, number 8. That's sequential. Interesting. Javier Garcia. Congratulations, Javier. We will be sending you a prize pack to your campus as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm going to stop the recording.
Thank you, everyone, for joining